So, here's the game. I don't know much of anything about it. What? Just apply. What? Okay, so... Action, cancel, menu, right, left, up, down, RL. Yeah, go ahead, Kamek. So we can be her, her... Is that a her? Is that a him? I guess it doesn't matter. That's a her, that's a her, that's a him. Someone pick a number between 1 and 6. Whoever says it first. Ah, there it is. His. Clawed his way up. Okay, Infernal says... her. She's apparently her. Okay. We tried, Drongo. Gotta have those scars. Scars are required by law. Oh my god, it's another tactical RPG! What is it with me and playing tactical RPGs lately? Miss Lucine, Lord Severin has moved out of the deserter's camp. He's going after... I'm not gonna make the Harry Potter joke. I'm not gonna make the Harry Potter joke. Thank you. Thank you, Runner. You may rest now. Are you not moving out right away, miss? Because you guys started that, little Billy, remember? Dragon Age Inquisition? You were all insistent that we flirt with the dwarf lady whose name I can't remember right now. No, we'll wait till they sound the horn before circling around that hill. Wouldn't Lord Severin be surrounded by the time you arrive? No, I have not Shadow Machine. I have no plans to do so in the future. Him? Surrounded? Surrounded? Perhaps you've never seen my Lord Uncle in battle, kind runner. May I know your name? It's Lewis, miss. When my Lord Uncle gives it an order, we follow it to the letter. Do you know why? Because we'll be whipped if we disobey? Really? What kind of organization are we working for? No, because it brings us victory. There's the signal! Do not sound the horn and do not raise your banners. Aim for their reserves and block their escape route. For the Old North! For Lord Severin! I keep wanting to make a Harry Potter joke. Storm the camp! Block all escape routes! They take no prisoners. Punishment for desertion is death. Understood. Oh, I can move now. Okay. Never, Carbon. You know, I still don't know how to pronounce Guisarme. Guisarm? Guisarm? Oh, whatever. I can't appear to dash. So, whatever. What's up? Let's do this, guys. I will assist you. No? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Death to the deserters! Whoa! I hit like a truck. Okay, so that's weird, but whatever. There's another one of these things. Sure. We'll save, I guess. Talk. Oh, she's dead. Got it. Ambushing in the middle of the night. Is this what honorable knights do? You're not so different from us after all. I don't need to listen to traitors. Death to the enemy. So I see we're full turn-based, so you can tell in the upper left there. Down you go. The Ravager is victorious once more. Thank the deuce. Gizarm? Really? Gizarm. Good hunting, Lord Uncle? When the wolves murder sheeps, it's not called a hunt. It's not called a hunk either. It's called a slaughter. But it's justified, is it not? It is. These men knew the price for desertion. They did so nonetheless. Yeah, it looks like it so far as one. We'll give it a bit. Do you know why a bear is strong, Lucian? Because they're born that way. Now tell me why a human is strong. Because they choose to be. The people chose to abandon their duties, take from others for a living. What do you choose to be in this life, Lucian? I choose to be a knight, Lord Uncle. Ah, a knight. A fine calling. Where's my drink? No, whatever. There are many great lady knights in the Old North. The Linus of Belenus. I don't want to be like the Linus. I want to be like you. Will you take me under your wing? If only I could knight you with this sword, I would do so right now. You already know how to conduct warfare better than most seasoned knights. You've understood the tenets of knighthood, and today you've proven your worthiness. Yet as much as I want to, I can't. I am no blade bearer, so I have no power to raise someone to the rank of knight. Politics! To become a knight, you must seek a blade bearer and serve them as squire. Only after they may decide you are worthy will you be knighted. Send me to Levantine, then, Lord Uncle. I shall achieve my knighthood there. Wish to train as a squire under the Levants? Fine choice, but why? The Durandals have renowned military training and skillful smiths, more than the Levants. With your skills, the White Knights will gladly take you in. You have a better future as a general with them. I'm not squiring because I want glory. I do it because I want to serve you. Okay, really? Only my cowardly son were more like you. Cousin Lupus has his own good qualities. But warfare is far from one of them. Very well, I'll write a letter to my brother-in-law about your coming to Squire. I will not disappoint you, Lord Uncle. I shall return to your side as a knight worthy of your leadership 3 years later. This does look like it was made in RPG Maker, but we'll see how the story goes. RPG Maker games are not automatically bad. Yeah, this perspective is weird, but I'm not going to question it. I choose to imagine that we're some person like with the, I forget its name, up at the top, just looking through it. And there she is, Minas Tirith. Actually, that looks like the most defensible city in the frickin' world. Look at that. Built into a cliff. With water. I would rather gouge out my eyes, Shadow Machine. Whoa! Music. Will I be copywronged for this? Whoa! Animation. Sort of. That's... okay, that's not quite animation. Whoa! Warg! Ah! 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 Oh god! Why do we keep running into these people? Sorry. Sorry. Oh, that was the bad guy. Not her. The other one. Maybe so's the one. This does look kind of like an 80s cartoon intro, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm with it. The cameraman's like, get out of the way! Whoa! The orcs! We make holes in teeth! We make holes in teeth! Chapter 1. How many chapters are there? I think it was Deacon who's actually played this. Oh, yawn attack. Excuse me. Not the game. It's just me. Okay. Welcome, young ones, to Castle Levantine. Your journey must have been long and tiring, but I ask you listen to what I have to say. Your parents sent you here so that you can learn under my tutelage. Oh, so these are the characters we can choose. Okay, yeah. I may not be the best mentor of knightly arts, nor may I be the best in matters of piety, but as bearer of the sacred sword of Garau, I shall do my best to teach you. Camille of Rhine, how's the family? Is Lord Robert in good health? He tries to give that impression, my lord, but my father isn't getting any younger. I see. I shall send some medicines. This guy's gonna die. Predicting it right now. He's too nice. This is a medieval setting with heavy emphasis on knights and lords and vassalage, and he's gonna die. I was actually gonna make that exact same comparison, McAngrimstein. Keeping in mind I can't stand 7th Saga, but, you know, so this is obviously better than that. Anyways, I hope I can make them proud, my lord. Ah, Reynard from House Delafore. Stories of your might precede you. You'll see them firsthand, my lord! And then he stabs him right there, and that's when he dies. Your family are unsung heroes that defend the realm, Master Reynard. Oh, why are you stabbing? Oh, God, stop stabbing! Do you think your own legend can someday raise up to their glory? I wouldn't have agreed to come here if I didn't believe so, my lord. What a spirited youngster. I'll expect much of you, kid. Ah, area of Godlin Geraldines. I was surprised to hear of your coming. I am, after all, far from being the most pious of knights. My lord is too humble. The name Levant owes thee for its praise all over the old north. Faith comes in many shapes, my lord. Thine great wisdom is one amongst it. Makes sense, Deacon. 'Tis an honor for me to be allowed to be learned under such a man. Well, well, I see Lord Gareth has taught you to be a prodigy in the art of speech. You'll no doubt succeed in the ballrooms, but there's more to knighthood than politics. There is? Really? Guys, group huddle. Is there more to knighthood than politics? Oh, shoot, she fell off the bed. I can't reach blue. Yoshi, what do you think? Yoshi! Okay, Yoshi votes politics. Leafeon, what do you think? Yeah, I think I agree. Pachirisu? Okay, yep. Midna? Yeah, it's all politics. Okay, just checking. Okay, moving on. This button. Lucien! My, look at how you've grown. I heard you just vanquished another band of renegades with your uncle. Is that true? Indeed, my lord. I need to come up with a voice for her. We'll do a dwarvish accent for her. Indeed, my lord. Lord Uncle kept himself to the skirmish to kill... Wow, I just shoved that sentence into one thing there. Lord Uncle himself led the skirmish to glorious victory. Lord Uncle, huh? A somehow odd choice for a nickname, don't you think? I'm sorry, my lord. I just got used to calling him such. See you around, Chatter. It's all right, Lucien. A niece is allowed to be fond of her uncle. God, I hope so. How's my brother-in-law? Still as relentless as ever? As is fitting for the finest swordsman in the old country, or the old north, my lord. Good then. I hope he'll always stay that way. Young Master Isaac, my deepest condolences regarding the late state of the Golden Lakes. I'm not very close with your father, but I shall respect his last wishes and take you in as squire. Thanks. Thank you, my lord. Is something wrong, my lord? No, something's troubling me, but I can't seem to put it. I guess I'm just old and forgetful. Now this is a rare occurrence indeed. It's not often we see an elf wishing to be a squire. Yet the badge you brought, it's your father's, you say. What should be the elven accent, guys? Keeping in mind I can only do, like, 2 accents. Oh, no, I know exactly what accent we'll do for elf. Give me a minute, I gotta work on this one. Yes, Mother gave it to Lay and said she should show it to you. I knew him full well, Ilian. Your father was a good man. And if you're indeed his daughter, you have the right to be knighted. Thanks for the opportunity, lad. Lay will cherish those days. First of all, though, perhaps I should have you learn how to correctly address nobles. Huh? Did Lay say something wrong? No matter. I suppose it will take care of itself later. Knighthood. Such a thing is not a privilege given to those born of noble blood. It is a sacred responsibility given to us by the heavens, and those who came before us. Some might think that being a noble means being entitled, but that's not all what it is. Noble... Sorry. Noblesse oblige, the phrase goes. We are nobles not only in titles, but in duties. Your training won't be easy, squires, nor will it be pleasant. This isn't the place for that. I might not teach you to behave in court, nor how to charge into battle atop Adestria, but I will teach you to the most basic and important tenet of knighthood, to perform your duties. Hang on. So the most important tenet of knighthood is follow orders? Duties to our people, duties to our queen, duties to our realm! These are the things that run our world. Husband, dearest, perhaps you should keep your speech brief. The young ones have traveled far and wide to reach Levantine. I'm sure they need rest. Ah, yes, you're right, dear. Forgive me for the overzealous oratory. I tend to get carried away at sometimes. These fools are petty ants before me. I will crush them under heel, as is my right as a knight. Let me show them to their rooms. Very well. Get some rest tonight, squires. Tomorrow you will start your training. Jakku, Levantine's master-at-arms, shall be your mentor for the day. Be glorious. A start to your adventures. I have no doubt of that. The room is surprisingly filled with your belongings, Lucien. Knowing what Severin's like, I thought you'd be as Spartan as he is. Let's see, what are those books on your desk? Oh, those are teachings on tactical warfare, my lady. I like to read them in my spare time. How about the boxes over there? Did you bring dresses for the ball? Oh, it's a spare armor, my lady. Also stores maintenance tools. Oh, and spare tips for my spear. Which is apparently pronounced a gisarm, or gizarm, or something like that, I don't know. I see. Perhaps I should have expected such things from a Leroux. Does my lady prefer a more feminine squire? Not at all, Lucien. Not at all. And then sex happens. No, I know you're close with your uncle, and I don't blame you for idolizing the hero as he is. I'm merely concerned that such devotion may in time turn into an obsession. No, we definitely don't have all the telltale signs of a frickin' zealot. Feel free to spend the rest of the day however you want, Lucien. Walking the city might be a good idea. But don't forget to rest. Tomorrow your training begins, and you'll need all your energy. It'd be disrespectful if you don't do your best because they lack proper rest. If you ever wonder where I should go next, check the lore book! My book! I've been wondering where it is. I understand, my lady. Can I... Whoa, I leveled, somehow. Am I... Oh, there we go. Let's go talk to the other people. Hey, what's up? Greetings, fellow squire. May the Deus guide us both. I'm gonna start saying Deuce, because it's just more music. May the Deus guide us both in our quest for knighthood. Okay, they're not saying much. Moving on. Ah! You know, I've actually thought to myself, so some people have asked me why I've never made a video game. You're looking at the answer why. Can anyone guess what I mean by that? Oh my god, look at this guy! Oh, he righted himself. He fixed himself. Hang on, little Billy. What are you linking me? Oh, you're terrible. What the deuce? I wish there was a dash button, but whatever. There's a walk button, but not a dash button. I'm not sure what I think of that. Lack of time is the major answer. It's gonna... We're not nobles, though. We're squires, which, okay, I know squires are technically nobility. I do understand that. Very, very technically. Okay, that's obvious. Now, the reason that I have never made a game of my own, other than the obvious, blatant reason of not having the time... Oh, yeah, sure. Is the fact that it would probably look like this. And I gotta be honest, I don't think I'm that good of a writer. I don't. But let's assume for a moment. No, I have not, Shadow Machine. Let's assume for a moment that I am, like, an amazing writer, which is not true. But let's just presume that for a moment, okay? If I had this really, really well-written, well-crafted story that looked like this, people would still hate it, because it looks like this. And I know that, and I acknowledge that, and I understand that any game I make would look like crap, and would probably play like crap, too. Not that I'm saying this plays like crap, I'm just saying mine would. And that's one of the main reasons why I have never pursued that dream, even back when I was a little more, had a little more free time. Aw, she doesn't want to join me. Join me! Resistance is futile. We will definitely not work well together. Oh, this way? Yep, okay. Ah! Well, then I will use his hint to find an honor medal. I don't know what that is, but I have it. Yes, I know, Shadow. I own it, actually, and I've been planning to play it for a few billion years, but it's never actually come up. I was actually thinking about that, honestly, Formosan. Although, if you look into the behind-the-scenes making of Undertale, there was still a huge amount of time dedicated to that game. It reminds me of when I did the Variants project, which took me 2 years to the day to do, actually. And is technically an ongoing project. It's so weird to me thinking back now about the fact that I once dedicated 2 years to making music. Like, every day working on it constantly. That is so... Oh my god! That woman. Is she okay? Okay, she's okay. She... Ah! Because that is just such an alien thought to me right now. Wow. Is there, like, nothing but nobles here? Jeez Louise. What's with the honor medals? Are those, like, the Dragon Quest thing? Oh yeah, by the way, there's a second of these games. I actually saw that when I installed this game. I actually can't remember if this game was one of my gifted ones. I'm pretty sure this is one of the games that was gifted as a request for exhibitions. Whoever gave me this game, thank you. I'm sorry I don't remember who you are. If it makes you feel any better, I have like 100-ish games that have been gifted to me. And for the purpose of doing explorations on them. So, it's not like I don't appreciate it, really. It's just that it's a giant freaking list of holy crap. I was actually going to make the Naboo comparison myself. No, let's go ahead and just sleep. I didn't even see a shop I could go play at. I kind of figured it was Deacon, but good to be confirmed. Yeah, I'm with you, Formosan. I'm one of those really old-fashioned kind of game designers, too. Back when I actually used to do game design stuff forever ago. Like, literally over a decade ago at this point. I was the kind of person who would sketch out stuff and dungeon designs and boss ideas on paper and be like, here, young miss, the master at arms, is waiting for you at the stables. Okay, where's the stables? Where's the stables? Okay. Where's the stables? Deacon, where's the stables? You totally remember that, right? Nightgowns are not acceptable. Ugh. I scoff, sir. Is there a map? I'll check the lore book. Chapter 1. Visit the stables. Houses, lots of lore, lots of characters, lots of places. The Cavern of Sylphs. I can't wait to go there. Search for horses. Aha! I see manure! Oh, I'm right, apparently. You're late! Get in there and start shoveling. Okay. I'm a squire and I want to kill myself. Horses are not merely beasts of burden, they are crucial companions for a knight. In fact, historically speaking, several people in warfare would go out of their way to avoid killing the horses, specifically because they were so valuable that killing the person on top was considered worth the risk. A horse gives one a great advantage in combat, such as mobility and power from momentum. A land strike from a mounted knight can devastate even the toughest of foes in a single impact. But power and mobility aren't the greatest advantages these horses give. Instead, it is to be noticeable! Mounted commandants are easier to be seen by their foot soldiers, and that's why our hair must be fabulous. Oh, don't front. You know my hair looks fabulous. Baron Riviere, legendary knight, known as the Moonblade, is very skilled in mounted combat. A knight's wisdom... God, I keep crushing sentences together. A knight's mount is his status symbol. Such were his words of wisdom. This is an outrage. Why must we wallow in this cesspit? We're learning to be knights. We should be on top of horses, not behind them. Unfortunately, princess, that only applies to knights, not squires. And everyone has a laugh. And fade to black. What's the point of this? It's useless to learn what we will never need to do. To do this again or not isn't the point of training, Squire. Yes, you will probably never have to do this again, but someone will. Someone will have to clean your horses for you, so you can sit around and lounge around lazily. Someone will have to feed them so they have the strength to carry you on their backs. Did you even notice that there are people, real people, doing all these things for you? Oh, don't be ridiculous. Those people aren't real people. They're droids. It's perfect training for you. I'll be back in a while. Don't stop picking up those nice squishy poles of dung. I was actually going to make the same joke, McAngrim. Welcome to life. Shoveling crap. That's life right there. No further information needed. Shovel crap. So when Lord Elaine talked about duty, he meant shoveling crap out of the table, or stable. Ugh. The Master at Arms did have a point there, though. Most nobles tend to forget there are people doing the small things we take for granted. I know, but still. I guess this is just not the kind of training I imagined it'd be. I figured I'd be waxing on and waxing off, you know. That'd be kind of cool. Thou and I both, Reynard. This kind of lowly task is beneath nobility. Don't bite. Don't worry, Camille. She's quite sweet, say. So you can paddle like this. She won't bite you if you're nice to her. Oh, that's hard to do. I'm not quite used to these tasks. As with me, I would imagine none of us is. Yet it seems Lucien and Isaac are unmoved by this horrible stench. How could ye stand it? Me? Well, it's a bit different for me. I've been to the I've been in the Oh my god. I'm losing all of my accents. I've been to the Loro Cavalry since I was 14. I'm kinda used to horses by now. 14? I would imagine thou need some training before being accepted into the ranks. Was it because thou wert a Leroux that the cavalry allowed thee at such a youth? Of course not. The Leroux hold their banners with pride. Even I have to earn my place there. That's why my lord uncle started teaching me to fight since I could handle a weapon. Back when I was 7, if I recall correctly. 7? Dear Deus! Sorry, I've got myself doing it now. Isn't it rare for a girl to train so early? Maybe. I've been watching Lord Uncle since I was little, though. It wasn't that old for me. I guess if it's the Ravager that teaches you, it's to be expected. What? You were trained by the Ravager himself? Yeah, he's my uncle. Nothing weird about being taught by your uncle. Yes, but not everyone has the privilege of being the pupil of the legendary Lord Severin. Harry Potter joke. Lee's a little lost. Who's the person you're talking about? Lord Severin Leroux, also named the Ravager. Perhaps the greatest swordsman alive in the realm. Legend has it he's won 100 wars! And has never been defeated in battle. I think I've heard about him battling the Fae as well. Did the elves ever talk of him? No, not really. I don't speak about humans that much in general. Lee used to think they were enigmatic creatures, roaming the world outside the forests. If anyone is enigmatic, that would be the elves, Ilian. Anyway, I want to personally see what someone trained by the Ravager can do. Oh, is that a challenge, Delafore? Hey, stop chatting and go back to shoveling crap. If you don't work faster, I'll make you clean the chamber pots as well. Boom! That right there. That is life. You shovel crap, and you have to do it well, because if you don't, you gotta go clean the chamber pots too. It's not just bad, it's worse. Finished at last. Now can we please take a bath, Master-at-Arms? Bath? Far from it. Your task for the day is merely half done. You see this entire carriage of dung? It's a metaphor for what you are. You are the dung. Feel the dung. Become one with the dung. Pass into the ears. You have to deliver it to Mudtown, west of the city. Mudtown? Is it a town made of mud? No, not really. So why is it called Mudtown? Because there's a river and it's muddy? I don't know, kid. It's just a name. So why are we taking this dung pile there? They need it for something? For fertilizer. We've got to send them fresh so the villagers can grow us good vegetables. What's that I hear? Did you chuckle at me, boy? Ha! Another timid squire, I see. Not even brave enough to admit what he did. Is that how you want to live your knightly life, Isaac? Hiding when you're confronted? Is that kind of wussy life the one you're aiming for? If not, tell it to my face. Manure isn't used fresh, Master-at-Arms. They have to compost it for weeks before it can be used. If you use it straight from the horse, it won't be vegetables that grow, but weeds. Fresh dung contains too much water, which makes it easy for weeds to grow. This is true, actually. If you let it compost, the dung will dry up, which makes it easier for vegetables to grow. That's surprisingly insightful, Isaac. There. That's so hard, was it, Squire? Now, instead of being known as meek, the others will think you're knowledgeable, or something else that rhymes with meek. You do seem to have none... God. I'm stumbling over myself. You do seem to have a know-how about agriculture. The plainsmen do a lot of farming. Not that much. I just learned about it. I just love dung so much. Now listen up, squires. It's a very important lesson. More often than not, traveling is a dangerous task. Everywhere, roads are infested with wild animals, and I just realized that's going to be my cart from the Dragon Quest series. I'm right, aren't I, Deacon? I'm right. To mitigate these dangers, you should split into parties of 3 and prepare for encounters. A party of 3 can work well together. More than that, and a fight can turn clustered and chaotic. Translation, your party size is 3, suck it. Also, while 3 had the front lines, the other 3 can handle other tasks, such as guarding the cart. I would prefer to take the vanguard rather than being stuck in the proximity of this horrendous stench.
Me too. Let me go ahead and swing my axe.
Okay, so I picture Reynard here literally just walking forward and doing this with his axe out in front of him. Just every step of the way as they're going... You know, it'll take a while to have all of you fight over who knows what, so here's how it'll go. Lucien, because you're the player character, pick 2 to go with you and you'll range the head. The rest will stay with the cart and depart a few minutes after you. Active party. I understand everything. Okay, party. Who should we bring, guys? I don't even know who these people are. Hey, Salder. Okay, so she's melee, ranged, thief type, berserker type, elf type. She's ranged. Gizarm. Is that really how you're supposed to pronounce that? What do you think, guys? Who should we bring with us? Who should we bring with us? And while you decide that, I really need a drink. This is killing my throat. I'll be right back. Did you really just do that, Arcasius? I switch my axe back and forth. I switch my axe back and forth. So, we need a healer. Like, period. So, we'll get a healer. Duh. So, I guess we just need a ranged, which is going to be... that. That's good. Onwards. Oh, wait, we need to get the cart. Yeah, let's go get the cart. Let's go! Yeah, that's great. I need to pray at the shrines, because this is Breath of Fire. Why am... the cart should be coming with me. I mean... I keep trying to figure out how to dash. I don't know if you just saw that. I was just trying to double tap to see if that did it. See you around, Larimbus. But I need to leave with the cart. Maybe it's this way. We'll try it this way. Okay, let's do this, guys. We've got this. Leroy. Who are you? Tell me your life story. Can you spare a moment for Deus Valorous? No. The cart's in my inventory? I'm so sorry, Selder. Maybe more money would convince me to make less. Actually, I had a really weird dream last night. I was actually dreaming about what I'd do if I won the lottery, like the specific logistics of what I'd do. And I realized after some discussion with myself, yeah, shut up, that I wouldn't actually change much about the show, because I really enjoy doing this show. But certain aspects of it changed. Obviously, I'd shut the Patreon down immediately so that people wouldn't waste money that I don't need. And I'd shut down the ability to donate through PayPal. So, you know, duh. But I thought about it. I'd probably still do most of what I already do. I would just be a little less restrictive about the one rumination per week thing. And I'd probably stream a lot more. Because I really enjoy streaming. And I like doing the live interaction thing. I know you haven't seen me stream that much, Carbon, but I usually stream for huge periods of time. Well, don't mistake me, Deacon. I'd be hugely happy, but most of that would be because of what I could do for other people, not for myself. Like, I'd get my own place, probably get a couple of things that I don't, you know, get right now, financially speaking. Like, right now, most of my exercise has been with, you know, the poor man's options as far as exercise equipment. It would be nice to have real exercise equipment. Actually, Deacon, there's two ways to do it, and doing the long payout is almost universally the worst option there. Speaking as someone who's studied that, because I'm a total geek about finances. That reminds me. Okay, we are on a normal difficulty. Good, just making sure. I could, Saldir. Man, this movie sucks. This movie sucks. This movie sucks. It's like an hour and a half of me saying that over and over and over and over. I think we're going to auto-battle for most of this. Overwatch has started an update! Okay. Good to know. Oh, by the way, guys, I kind of want to talk about this, but I kind of don't, because I don't want people to kill me. But I got a question for you. How many of you out there think that the mentality of... hang on. There we go. So, see you around, Griffin Knight. Actually, I probably would too, Deacon. The only thing I don't like about the idea of a personal trainer is I tend to disagree with several of them. Anyways, so, what was I saying? I've actually lost my train of thought. Oh, right! It looks like it, Nick Angram. Near as I can tell. So, some people tend to think that... Let's say there's an aspect of a game design that's bad. Hang on, I'm going to pause for a moment. We're just going to say that as is. Let's say there's an aspect of game design that's bad. And some people tend to look at that aspect and say, well, that's okay that it's bad because it covers up for this other problem, which is also bad. You ever heard that kind of an argument before? I'll give you a direct example. I don't want to call this guy out, because I'm not. It's not like I think he's stupid. But I had a commenter in one of my videos recently who said, yes, there's a lot of, the encounter rate in FF6 is stupidly high, but that's okay because the game requires a lot of grind to learn all of the spells, right? So, I mean, you see where I'm going with this? I'll talk more about this in a second. There it is! The cart from Levantine has arrived! Greetings, villagers. We're here to deliver the contents of this cart in behalf of Lord Elaine. Look at that, such a big pile of dung! Why are you happy to hurt animals, Raynard? Do humans find it fun?
Of course, the heat of combat, the feeling of your weapon hitting a foe, it's exhilarating.
Lee don't understand. Don't worry, Lee, me neither. The cart is now yours. Please take care of it. We will, miss. Please inform Lord Levant we are truly grateful for this. Never have I seen someone so happy over dung. Well, in the castle, the heap is nothing but filth, but here they have their uses. Turning filth into something useful. Lord Elaine does know what his people need, and his people need dung. So, we're gonna look around. Yeah, that's kind of my point, Buff of Logic. That's exactly my point. I bring that up because I've found myself thinking that more and more lately. Now, some people would assume that I want the extreme end of that. That all I want is for everything to be super easy all the time forever. Which is not true. What I want is for things to not be stupid. If you introduce a problem in your game design whose only purpose is to solve another problem in your game design, I mean, that just seems so illogical to me. I actually was talking about this very, very recently. In fact, I was talking about that today during the rumination. I was actually ruminating on Pillars of Eternity today. And I feel, personally, this is just my opinion, and I don't have a lot of facts to back this up, but I believe one of the biggest reasons why so many aspects of, I'm just going to say this bluntly, what I consider to be bad game design are still present in modern games is because that's how it used to be. And a lot of people either specifically... Actually, I did, Raskor. I just got out of it very quickly because I was terrible at the specific code. I was the code designer, though. Like, for example, there's so many aspects. There's so many aspects of older game design which is still done in newer game design, ignoring the fact that 30, 40, 50, however long you want to define it, years of design philosophy have advanced. I've said this before and I've said this again, it's not just the tech that's gotten better. I'm not just talking about, new, fancier graphics or design or whatever. I'm talking about the actual philosophy of how you design a game has advanced in the last 30 years, So, I mean, you with me? I don't know. It's just something that I've noticed a little bit more lately. Games that deliberately do things. I actually have a second theory. My second theory is nostalgia. I think that some people do it because old games did it, and I think that some people do it because they think that by doing it, people will like their game more because an older game did it. And I just realized my notifications are still off. Hang on. Just a second. I need to turn those back on, like right now. There we go. And this one. There we go. Hang on. See how many things I've missed since those were off. Looks like not that many, which is good. Oh, nope, hang on. Oh, jeez. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Come on, update. Looks like only 7. That's actually pretty impressive that I only had 7 new things. See you around, Bradley. Whoa! Wrong button. This village reminds Lee of her home. Many humans live like this. Unfortunately, Mudtown is an exception. Since it's only reachable from Levantine, the village has always been safe from outlaws. Not many can say the same. Indeed, prosperous villages are rare out there. And if there are any, they often become ripe targets for bandits and marauders. The realm's a dangerous place, Ilian. It's not always like this. Sometimes people are so poor they have no choice but to become bandits. If living honest living isn't enough to feed their families, and still they must pay taxes to nobles, wouldn't you do that as well? No, Salder, I have no interest in it whatsoever. It was always a coffee game. It's just... You didn't hear me quote that and talk about that update, did you, Salder? We may see outlaws simply from the surface, but there's always a bigger story behind it. Nobody wants to be criminals because they're born evil. Isaac, there's no need to put ourselves in that place. Deus Valaris created the lowborns to serve us, the noble caste. Feel better, Ruskor. See you around. In turn, we are to guide and protect them. 'Tis how Deus wrote the world, and 'tis how it should be. I already dislike her. If one cannot afford to pay taxes, they may serve the realm as other ways, such as becoming soldiers. Never is there an excuse to simply take what is not rightfully thine. Such atrocities cannot be justified. I don't know if you caught that, but she literally just said, what is ours by right, and there's no excuse to take what is not rightfully yours. It's not how she said it, but that is what she just said. Well, I knew about the hospital thing, Elder. Alright, I'm going to repeat my quote really quick, Elder. Just really quick, okay? Just for you. You ready for this? Just for you, buddy. They actually managed to patch No Man's Sky and add a few new features into it, which means No Man's Sky has gone from being a crap game to a game I don't care about.
Yeah, I agree with that. Soldiering's much more exciting than a peaceful life, anyway.
Seriously, don't people get bored here?
There's no fights, no dangers. I'd die in a week. Hey, boy. Yeah, you there. The one with the weird white hair. Come here. Fight me, or die.
I do hope you're feeling better, Elder. Yes, master. Wait, I gotta come up with a voice for the boy.
Yes, master. Did you call for me?
Are there any giant beasts around here we can hunt? Renegades we can squash?
No, nothing like them around here.
See? So boring. Don't you agree with me, kid?
Well, a bit I do. There are always giant beast robbers and renegades outside, master. I've always wanted to leave the village and travel, but I don't know what's out there.
You should be thankful to have good crops over here and not starve. Some villages out there are starving to death. Gee, I wonder what his character arc is. It's not been blatantly in giant flashing letters or anything. But here, this village is already better off than most of the realm. Why would you ever want to leave? Because lack of perspective leads you to not understand what you have and how valuable it is, Isaac. And that's true in real life, too.
It's my father, young master. I want to go outside the village to look for him. He hasn't returned for years, and I haven't heard anything from him. But I'm sure he must be out there somewhere.
Yeah, no, he ditched you, kid, sorry. Are you sure you want to do that? It's a dangerous world out there. Different kind of place than this peaceful village. A boy like you won't survive for long. How are you gonna find them if you can't take care of yourself?
I guess you're right, miss. A kid like me would always have little chance of fighting beast or bandits. But I can avoid them. Right?
Avoiding enemies might be easy at first glance, but life isn't that simple. There will inevitably be encounters you have no choice but to face. The more you avoid enemies, the less you'll be trained. Is this seriously a tutorial? It doesn't just go for you, it goes for us as well. That's why it's always wise not to avoid enemies. This is a freaking tutorial.
I see. I guess I shall start training. Training begins now. First I have to find that Skywalker guy.
Blah, blah, blah. Okay. The girl who started wielding weapons at age 7 wants to lecture me about encouraging a kid to train. I'm kind of with Raynard on that one. Wait, I'm sorry, what? If you have blemishes or spots on your cheeks, try onions and vinegar. The scent is worse than rosemary, though. Oh, she actually said something different that time. The first time she said, you know, there's this thing I do, but she's actually not going to repeat it. It's hard enough keeping yourself healthy in the 30s. Getting pregnant at that age is asking for trouble. Maybe they do it on purpose, kind of a way to weed out, you know, the nobility. Thanks for delivering the dung, Missy. I appreciate it. I love me some dung. I wrote a poem about dung. Oh, dung. Oh, dung. I can't do poetry on the fly, so you guys are spared from the rest of that. You're welcome. I can buy raw meat! Why would I do that? I'm actually confused. What possible use would that have? It's literally listed as loot. Why can I buy loot? Is this one of those trading route situations? After handling a cart filled with fresh dung, we buy some raw meat. We're gonna have healthy, long lives, guys. Oh, yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. Let's zip forward. Hopefully there's not too much grind in this game, or I'm just gonna put it down, because I'm not that invested. And I got other stuff to stream tomorrow. By the way, I hope at least some of you will be here tomorrow. I really do. And if you're not, well, I understand. What's wrong, Camille? Look, there's something on your mind. Huh? Oh, it's nothing important, really. I keep thinking about that kid, what that kid Cameron said back there. About leaving the peaceful village of his? He said something about wild beasts on the pass, didn't he?
Ah, it must be these weakling boars we've cut through.
It's on the website, Little Billy. And has been for weeks. God, nobody goes to my website. It's so depressing. Yeah, same time as usual. 11 a.m. EST.
It's an easy job for us, but deadly for a little kid.
Maybe you're right. I'm just afraid there might be... orcs!
Folks?
Damn, I was really hoping for orcs. Well, I'd believe that, Deacon, because... And I don't mean to sound like I'm beating in, you know, a dead horse, but in my experience, most games that have difficulty actually mean time-consuming, not actually difficult. Oh my god, you're right, McAngram. It's the porks!
Porks, 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 porks.
I am actually really glad you're going to be there, Salder. Asheron's call had a monumental effect on me, both in terms of game design and in terms of storytelling. I hope some of you who watch Primus, or have been following Primus, will be there tomorrow too, because you're going to recognize a few dozen names that I freely admit that I lifted from Asheron's call. How did we notice such a beast the first time we passed through here?
Never mind that. Look at that heap of succulent, juicy meat.
And he eats the pig raw.
Oh, this cash can feed a whole castle for a day.
Yes, but it attacked because we feel threatened. We're trespassing her territory. Can't we just let her go? Well, interesting, Diggin. We can let her go now, but what if she attacks villagers? We have weapons and armor, but those commoners? There's lives at stake here. Must be confusing for humans not being able to commune with animals. In Ontaure, the forests are safe because the beasts are the ones protecting us. Unfortunately, Soylent, the human world is different from yours. Might take a while for you to let it go, let it go. Lee's not sure she ever wants to get used to Leia's.
Fine, leave the beast here. Let nature decide.
I really would rather kill it. I don't care about eating it, but I really would rather kill the damn thing. So I've noticed this is FF13. Has anyone else noticed that? Bonus points if you understand what I'm referring to. I'm sorry, developer of this game, if you happen by some weird happenstance to watch this, Lord knows it's happened before, I don't mean that as an insult. I'll explain what I mean in a moment. Yes, very good. And that's... who is this? That's Camille. No, not the hallway. Okay, so she's at 2. Yes, I have, Shiryu. More than once, actually. Usually for smaller games like this one. I've actually had a developer ask me to look at their game once. It'd be nice if that happened more often, but you know. No, nothing corridor related. This is called Celestian Tales, Old North. So since no one figured out, I'll just tell you. Health resets after every battle. I'm guessing that's an aspect of easy mode, because I can't... like... I mean, that is the FF13 thing. See? Health reset. Stamina reset, too. Now, what's interesting is the stamina reset down to 3. I was actually up to 4 in the previous fight. As I say, I call it the FF13 thing because that was the first real experience I had with that. But, yeah. It's an interesting concept. I actually, see, the thing is, if you remember my FF13 rumination and or lore run during the marathon, I talked about that concept at length because it was my opinion, from a design perspective, that if you're going to have that kind of a concept, it's a good thing, technically, because what it allows you to do is to either make each fight matter, or to really polish the difficulty of each fight individually. Because any player can go into a fight knowing it doesn't matter if they end the fight with one guy alive at 1 HP, it's all reset at the end of it, right? Thing is, FF13 did not do that. So far, this game hasn't done that either. We'll see. But, the relevance of that... yeah, exactly. You can make each individual encounter matter more if you have that kind of a system. And there's so many more options for increasing the difficulty of a given fight if you're going to do something like that. Which, I mean, I have defended 13, but it kind of failed miserably at that particular concept. Yes, I'm just equipping her. What do you want from me? I feel like I've been running into this concept a lot lately. The idea of make every fight matter. It's the old D&D standby, you know? Now, this game, of course, I'm playing on easy difficulty, but so far, obviously, each encounter doesn't matter. And even if I was playing on harder difficulty, I think that's still likely to be true, because there's still encounters that I'm doing for the sole and explicit purpose of grinding up to fight the so-called real encounters. That's still not every encounter matters, right?
Squires! Brings you to these parts. Just killing some beasts. Good pastime to train your muscles.
We were asked to deliver a cart to Mudtown. We're on our way back to Levantine. What are you doing with those plants, Maester?
Me? I'm collecting right crocs, you see.
They're the main ingredient to craft crystals. No, Arcasius. Crystals? Oh, elves don't use crystals, do they? Here, let me show you one. Crystals store magical energy. They're common in the Old North as restorative items. Oh, they're pretty. Since they merely store energy, crystals give different effects depending on what's stored in them. Use their color and blah 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 blah. Okay, tutorial that I'm not reading. I read pretty fast, but I was not actually making an effort to read that. Yeah, that's what I meant, Deacon. Which is a bit of a shame, because again, this kind of a system is perfect for that. But whatever. Yeah, you'll notice I fell very quickly into the habit of auto-Aing through the mook fights. I'll pay attention for bosses. I have tried to see what kind of skill set I have for when I actually get to boss fights. Also, I'll give 13 this. Some of their boss fights were pretty epic. Proud Claude, anyone? Or Proud Clad, if you prefer. Welcome back, Squires. How was your trip? Not the most pleasant. There's a huge boar on the road and it attacked us. We defeated her, but then Lee felt bad for hurting the boar, so we let it go. Well, at least everyone looks to be in good health. That's something to celebrate. Dinner will be served in the Great Hall soon. Lord Levant and Lady Sophia will also be there. Finally, I'm so hungry I can eat a whole boar myself. A whole boar? Uh-huh. Fighting that boar reminded me of its sweet, juicy, succulent meat. Enjoy, DeNoble. Shouldn't be late. We shouldn't be late for the table then. Before you go, however, go take a bath and make yourselves presentable, Squires. You smell terrible. I'm here. Have you called for me? You know exactly why. I thought this meeting's of the romantic variety. Which is ironic, because if you think about it, these two characters probably would have some romantic relations to each other. Under the right circumstances, of course. You haven't mistaken me as one of those dandies, have you? You're here to think I'm here to wield flowers and poetry, you're sorely mistaken. And I assume you wish to test your battle against mine. I wanted to test against the Raptor, but he's not here. His protege will have to do. You'd have no chance against him. One strike is all he'd need. We'll see about that. Pick up the training weapon, Lucien. Very well. I'll beat the crap out of you, and enjoy the hell of it. This is what flirting looks like for military people. You're strong as a horse, Reynard. I'll give you that. And hung like one, too. But, really? But warriors are not one with cunning and strength. Those who have brawn are merely tools for a good general to use. Mocking me, huh? Enough talk, I was just starting to warm up. Look, someone's fighting. We should watch. We can't actually animate it because, you know... Duh. They're really just squires? This is nearly a knight's level of combat. Not actually at a knight's level, but nearly at a knight's level. I heard the girl was directly taught by the... Okay, I gotta give credit for this. You remember... Here, let's pause this for a moment. You remember how I mentioned earlier that if I was to do a game, it would be like this? Because I don't have a huge budget. Because I have a black hole over my head. I just noticed that. Because I don't have, like, any big, expansive thing that I can do in order to do a proper cutscene, right? So... one of the best ways to do that is to do that in absence. In other words, to have people... Well, to have exactly what's happening here. To have the sound effects in the background, which are fairly well done. And then have these two people comment on the type of fight that's going on. It's not the best option, but it is actually pretty well done, and it does kind of get past the problem that they can't, in this engine, actually show the cutscenes. So I'm with that, and I like that. If all the row fight her age fight like that, no wonder everyone fears the Red Wolves. And look at that boy's strength. He'd break through a neck in a swing. He must come from a family that guards the Dawn's Edge. Must have fought the ancients since childhood. Skills like that, they'll stride through this and into knighthood in no time. Can't imagine what they'll be like when they grow up. 3 years later. Exceptional. To be able to do all that merely with brute strength. And you're good. Damn good. How'd you block my attacks with just a nudge of your spear? That was awesome. I may not be born with strength like yours, but I trained and trained every day to get where I am. Fighting's always skill over strength. Yet you have enough of the latter to overturn that.
Hey, I'll take that as a compliment. So, we'll bang, okay?
But we're still equal. It means, like me, you're nowhere near the Lord Uncle yet.
Yeah, I thought so. I will be. Sooner or later, I will surpass him.
What is it with you and your desire to fight them anyway? Is it fame you seek, or glory from defeating an illustrious hero?
In this world, there can only be one strongest person. There's no second place for the best. Stand at the top to be number one. I want to be the very best.
What's gamer poo? What a simple motivation.
I'm a simple man indeed.
Three years later? I keep waiting for it. I mean, it's fine if it doesn't do it. I would actually rather it not. Oh, playable. Something's happened so important you must block the hallway. Lord Levant has requested your presence at the audience chamber. You're expected to come there immediately, so don't dawdle, squires.
Remember, you are mere ants to be crushed underneath my heels.
Okay. I'll have to take your word on it, Zoan. The first time that phrase came across my attention was when I was streaming Mass Effect for the Mass Effect lore run. I guess that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, something like that. It's been a while.
Take a breath, Arthur. Calm down. He'll save you.
Okay. Okay, I'm good now.
Now, I assume you're here for some important
matter. Sorry. I assume you're here for some important matter. What news do you bring? It's the World Enders, my lord. They're raiding our coastlines.
The World Enders? This is nothing new. The Durandals have been fighting them for years. I'm sure Farblade's famous white cavalry can stand against a few raiding parties. So why have you come to me now? Something different must have happened.
It's not just a raiding party. They've come in huge, huge damage. I mean, numbers. Dozens, no, hundreds of those giants from across the seas are landing on our shores day by day. Huh? This could be bad, really bad. The Enders are stronger than any human. The Durandals may be better equipped than those brutes, but with those numbers... Please, Lord Levant, send your army to the coasts. Seneschal Rossville and Lady Belenus too have agreed to muster their forces. If both the Iron Bear and the Lioness have joined, the situation must be really dire. We'll need all the help we can get, my lord. We promise this isn't a trap. We're definitely not going to kill you all and then take over the realm. Please, please help us. Dear, are you going with them into battle? Levantine lies far from the coast, and it'd be safe as is, but to not help them would be... well, it'd be just plain rude. I understand, dear. Very well. The army of Levant shall join the Durandals in the war. Really? Will you be leading the front lines? No. I might be able to lead, but I wouldn't be the general you need. Story, go to Fort Graveau. Ask my brother-in-law to ready his army. Tell him he is temporarily appointed as Lord General of the Levant army. But what about Garou, my lord? Won't it go into battle with the other sacred swords? It will. But Severin will be the one who wields it, not me. My lord, what will people say of you if you get such responsibilities are given to Lord Severin? No matter how great the Ravager is, our soldiers will expect you to lead, not a substitute. I understand your concerns, but me being there would be just a burden. Severin is a genius in warfare. I would merely follow his strategies, then convey it to our men. And I am of higher title than Severin. I'll be the one taking the credit for his brilliance. I don't want to be such a leader, Jakku. Jakku? Just, I don't know. I understand, my lord. Please excuse my impudence for questioning your decision. No, I don't think I have, Zoan. Sounds familiar, though. Now that it's settled, squires, here are your orders. You are typical JRPG heroes. Go into the front lines and win the battle for us. Sorry. You are to travel to the village of Orsy, to the northwest of this city. You are to purchase as much wheat as you can. By the time you're done, the Levant army should be ready. Return to Grenoble and meet with them. Give the wheat to Lord Severin. He will take care of it from there. Wow, this guy is a really weird noble. He's not just taking the food that his army needs. And his army isn't just taking the food they need, along with a few other things that they tend to take that they need. I've played Witcher, I know how this works. Hey, Metal Civ. Simple task. Please deliver this message to your brother, Sir Daniel. Very well. Now go! Run! Quick! To war! Well, it was probably pretty cringeworthy anyways, Gary, if that makes you feel any better. Gary, I got a theoretical question for you. You ready for me? Mr. Mechanics Man? Mr. Doesn't Care About Aesthetics? Mr. Tree Healer? Yeah, I'm actually pretty curious, Deacon. Is that gonna... I mean, we're already on Chapter 2 of 3. Is that ever gonna be resolved? I'm just curious. So, Gary, here's the question. If you were to be presented a game that had a really well-written, solidly presented story, but basically played like an RPG Maker game, kind of like the one we're playing right now, what would your take on that be? And yes, I'm asking the question as vaguely as possible, on purpose. I mean, here's the combat, just to give you an idea what I'm talking about. Hey, look! I keep wanting to hit V, because V is usually my auto-A button for games like this. There's no auto-A in this one, so I'm just mashing F instead. I don't know. Something you like, Gary. Raining in Texas, Bragwin? Are people, like, resorting to panicked riots in the streets over this strange this ocean from the sky? I make fun. I'm sorry. Well, the point is, it looks... not bad. I don't want to say it looks bad, because this game, if I was asked to review this game, I wouldn't call it a bad game. But I would call it a very ordinary game in terms of the presentation of the gameplay. It really does remind me of something made in RPG Maker. And I don't really mean that as an insult. It's just... it's typical, you know? It's normal. There's the line. Look, I mean, we've even got the V, the inverted V thing going on with the party member and the enemy, you know, and the enemy formations. So the turn thing in the upper left, that's actually kind of neat. I like that. But, and the controls and animations are a little bit blicky on occasion. I actually think this game came out on other systems than PC. I'm not positive about that. And of course, the basic gameplay is very simple. There's party levels instead of character levels. There's no horizontal, like, there's like one aspect of horizontal leveling that exists in this game. Only one, and that's just equipment, which is the most fundamentally basic form of horizontal leveling that exists. You know? Yeah, I'm not losing frames right now, Bragwin, so... then again, I do know Twitch has been... whoa, did I just... oh my god! Anyways, but yeah, I just... it's very ordinary. And, now, of course, this game's story has been pretty decent. It's interesting enough I want to keep playing. I'm probably not going to, but it is interesting enough I want to keep playing. It's a kind of story that I like, admittedly, and there's definitely some hints and shadings at there being more story in the future, and some world building that's been going on here or there. That's good, you know, I like that. Obviously, we're nowhere with the plot so far. Yeah, the fact that this is only the first chapter in what is obviously a larger story is kind of eyebrow-raising. I know certain people who would say that even $15 is too much to ask for something like this. Yeah, don't tell me that now, Deacon, but when I shut off the recording, I'd kind of like to hear it if you don't mind, because I am curious, and I think I'm going to chop this off soon-ish and move on to the second game of the day, if that's okay with you guys. But I'm kind of agreeing with Gary, even though I don't fully agree with Gary. Gary's a little more unforgiving than I am when it comes to certain aspects of games. But I do get his point, very much so. One of the major aspects of a game is the interactive value. As much as people make fun of Final Fantasy for being, you know, a book that you play through, the fact of the matter is there are several interactive aspects of the Final Fantasies that make them enjoyable for me. Some of the Final Fantasies. So the argument that the Final Fantasy should be books is one of those arguments I personally don't agree with, because there are still aspects of the gameplay that I actually enjoy of certain of the Final Fantasies. Okay, where am I supposed to go? I'm actually out of ideas of where to go. Other than places I haven't been, which is where I'm going right now. Obviously. This has got to be my color blindness issues, but I'm actually having trouble in some cases discerning where the ground is and where stuff I can walk through is. So I hope I haven't missed some place I can go. Because I'm an idiot and literally can't see. Ugh. Well, yeah, I need to get to the town to the northwest. So I left this area in the only exit this town I found, but that exit only leads to the other town. Unless that is the town I'm supposed to be going to, but I swore it was a second town, which, hey, maybe it is the same frickin' town. Hey, what's the lore? No, storyline, sorry. Aha! We're tasked to go to Orsy by taking a ship. Okay, we need to take a ship. Hey, give me a ship. Give me a ship. Give me a ship. Give me a ship. Apparently arcane items are a smuggled good in this setting. Ship? Where do I go for the ship? Mini medals. That's what those are called in Dragon Quest. I love it when they wig out for a bit. Deacon, where's the ship thing? I mean, I could just cut it off now. Before I go to the ship. I was kind of hoping to do a little bit more than this. But, you know, whatever. I could buy that, Venters. Okay, this looks an awful lot like the port, and the people around here are named things like sailors. So you'd think it's around here. I'm gonna make one more attempt at this. Maybe I... Aha! It's okay. No, it's okay. I figured it out, Deacon. And you'll find this out in 40 seconds. We made it to the next town. Yay. Hey, by the way, this game does have skip cutscene options, so that's a plus. I think I could see that, Gary. It's actually ironic. If I was to make a game like this, a game that looks like crap but has a decent story, assuming I was good enough to make such a thing, I'd probably sell it for like $2 or something. Just like, here, just get it out there. I would be doing it for money, though, so... What a surprise, dear sister. You bring us some new friends to visit your hometown. What is wrong with his face? This isn't a stroll, brother. Fellow squires, meet Daniel, my brother. Hello, I'm Elaine. My, are all elves beautiful, or is it just you? 'Tis a pleasure to meet thee, Sir Daniel. I've heard many tales of thy prowess with the blade. I am flattered the fair Lady Geraldine knows of me. What do you say about visiting the Rhine Mansion sometime? Soon. Maybe I can show you my skills with the longsword. Brother, please, your cheap lines are embarrassing me. Are they really? Oh, since you're here, Cammy, should I call for Father? We're just passing on our way to Orsy, and Father's probably busy. No need to bother him. Hard in your squire duties, I see. Good for you, sister. Oh, Lord Elaine asked me to send this to you. Letter from Lord Levant? That's unusual. Ah, see you later, squires. I'll make sure to visit Levantine soon. Bye! Let's go. Orsy should be a short walk northwest of this town. I'm not even going to make a joke of the fact that I just got wood right by Daniel. Crap. And a lockbow. Okay, so how do I... Oh, I just leave town, right? Okay, fine. Hey, Darth Trinius. Whoa! An overworld map. Whoa! That's... Whoa. I'm confused. Okay. Okay. Can't go many places right now, but hey, they drew a map. That's cool. Yes, I've been looting just for you. I don't even know what those medals do. I'm gonna do a test. I'm gonna start avoiding combat and see how well I do. I was assuming, based on the earlier thing, that there was no overworld map at all. It's not that uncommon, especially nowadays, to have a game that literally does not have an overworld. Hell, Secret of Mana technically doesn't have an overworld. Or I should say, actually, Secret of Mana technically has an overworld. It just functionally doesn't. Wow, it's so huge. No, Daniel's back there, dude. Orsy alone provides over half the wheat for Grenoble and Godland. The village is such a strategic resource for the realm. We rely on it so much. Ah, so this is where the fine pastries of Godland come from. I miss the city's superb feast already. There's nary a morsel of such fine quality in Levantine.
You and your fancy high-class foods. They don't compare with fresh meat. Ah, fresh meat.
Sorry. Hey, Mr. Nutbot. Is all this grown up for the nobles, too? Like the turnips Isaac and Lee talked about? It is. Oh, it's so nice to be a noble. By the way, Gary, I'm doing the Asheron's Call thing tomorrow. I don't expect you to be there for all of it. In fact, I don't expect you to be there for any of it. But since you probably don't check my website and probably don't remember me mentioning that during AGDQ, this is your heads up. Not having to grow anything by ourselves, just reaping what others sow. Isn't that wonderful?
Alright, enough talk, you two. There's an army waiting for their food.
I agree with Reynard for once. Let's hear it. Your lay hair is a commotion.
Citizens of Orsy, we make holes in teeth. We make holes in teeth.
Oh, sorry. Citizens of Orsy, we're here to claim your harvest. Rather than surrendering to them greedy lords, you should share them with us. Who are you to ask for our food? Go back to your village and farm your own lands. No need to get all defensive, woman. As fellow oppressed commoners, we should help each other, right? This is robbery. Of course it is. Don't worry. We're not taking all the crops. We won't starve you like those bastard lords do. We'll just stab you. I'm going back to the camp. Finish up here and take the harvest with you. Well, time to kill some bandits. Their leader is literally named Bandit Ringleader. So, should we stealth in or should we charge in? Silly question. We're charging in. Charge! We're also avoiding all combat. For some reason, even people look like these little monster things, by the way. How'd you get through all those people? Well, it's funny you ask that. I literally just ran around them. We'll give you a taste of a commoner's life. Alright, so let's see how we do, given the fact that I haven't leveled in the previous 2 areas. And I'm going to mash A, just to really emphasize it. That is that's great that line was so perfect. Yeah, we'll seize the one. So far it looks like no. Oh, I should probably put the bleed on her. I'll use a skill. Ooh! Okay, never mind. That actually hurt. Let's do that. What should we name her, honey? Let's call her Bandit Ringleader. Actually, it's the whole Ringleader clan, really. Those are not the biggest heals. Damn it, I didn't realize she had a self-heal, self-only heal. Circus Ringleader. Oh my god, they're frickin', they really are defy us. Whoops, I didn't actually mean to do that. Ow. Okay, those AoEs suck. Well, so far I'm having to actually pay attention. It's a pity. I was hoping to crush them all. Disposable Ringleader. Oops, right. Sure. You know, I don't know if you guys remember, but certain individuals who shall remain nameless tend to ask me, you know, how would you design a boss based on this kind of concept? Ooh, weakened animation. That's kind of cool. As much as I don't want to sound as if I'm coming off as too negative here, but has an AoE like that is not really what I would call a game mechanic, you know? Maybe that's just me. She's still bleeding. Nope. Yeah. You. I know you from the ringleader clan in the mountains. Sorry. I'm not sure if yellow is critical or weak or whatever. You won't survive. You were stabbed in the gut. Let me make sure to get there a couple more times. Stab! Wow, he really did kill her. I was joking. That was a clean cut. Good work. So we fought our first boss, and she had an AoE. I just didn't want her to be in pain. That's why I stabbed her as much as possible. Thou art merciful, Isaac. 'Tis treason they did, pain they deserve. Lee does not understand. Why do humans hurt one another? Because we're not the Minbari, or what the Minbari think they should be. Because they want what others have. Even elves don't like that. Even elves don't like that, do they? Can't we just share? It's never that easy, Lee. You'll understand after you've been with us for a while. You'll become one of us. One of us. Oh, thank you, brave messieurs and messieurs. Because of you, they've all fled. We were going to give you the grain anyways. We ain't letting those bastards run so easily. Not if they shove their daggers at us and try to take our harvest.
I say we hang them! Hang them! Hang them! Hang them! Hang them!
It's harsh. It's harsh. It's harsh. I lost my accent. Harsh, but Larry is right. Letting them go would be allow them to do the same thing in the future. We should hang them to death, right in front of us. Or maybe we could stab them a few more times. And, you know, turn them into target dummies. I think that'd be fun. Lucien, so you were the ones who fought off the bandits. Everyone, meet my cousin, Lord Lupin Leroux. He doesn't have a proper dwarven accent because he's a moron. Skip the Lord part, Lucien. I'm merely the steward and my father's absent. Lord Lupin, 'tis an honor to meet you, Flutter Flutter. Whoops. Lord Leroux, you're right in time. We're about to hang these men. Hang? Wait, can't we show us mercy? Mercy? They were about to kill us and steal our harvest. If it wasn't for these guys, we'd be lying on the ground by now. The law is quite clear, Lord Lupin. To take what is not theirs is a grave offence. I am certain thou understand what the Holy Scriptures say of this matter. Arya, my cousin follows a different path. Whoa, I changed her accent all of a sudden. Is he a pagan? Actually, I'm a Philite. A Philite? What's travesty? Hey, what's a Philite? A Philite is someone who follows the belief of Philism, symbolized by their deity, the blazing bird Phil. I'm sorry, I just realized what that sounds like. They believe in pacifism and mercy. Incorrect. They believe in being passive and letting evil and injustice go unpunished. Look, we can debate it later, but now's not the time. I'm sure there must be a reason for these men to risk their lives for your harvest. They know the penalty for such actions, yet here they are. What could make them so desperate? Our fields were drained by high taxes, my lord. Who said you can speak? It's you nobles who force us to live like this. You disrespectful piece of... Please, stop. I'll take them to my castle and give them a fair trial. Okay, I'm sorry, hang on. What is the purpose of a trial? I'll just answer this right now. The purpose of a trial is to determine guilt. These men and women are guilty. They're not denying that. The villagers aren't denying that. We're not denying that. Lupin isn't denying that. There's no need for a trial at all. Not after they tried to steal and attempt to kill commoner and noble alike. Whatever thou mayest think, the realm follows the Deus. Thy silly faith has no place here. Indeed so, Miss Maria. As unfortunate as I understand your point of view. Yet does not the law state that the Lord decides punishment for crimes committed in his realm? As his devout follower, surely you haven't forgotten those words. That is true. I do remember reading that in the scriptures. It is indeed stated in the law, but applies only for a lord of the realm. And is uncle not lord of this land, cousin? He'd have us... He would have the right to decide. Father's been summoned to Levantine. I am steward in his absence. Thus right here, right now, it is I, not father, who is the rightful lord of the Lora realm. And I ask you allow me to take these people so I can bestow proper judgment. So, what, are they working for him? Is he leading the revolution which the bandit, the ringleader clan is going for? What if he refuses? You dare refuse a steward's right? Deny me of my own rights? Respectfully, the villagers have stated their wishes. Isn't it a noble's duty to listen to their subjects, or does your foreign faith tell you differently? You are right, young Master Isaac. It is indeed one of the duties of a noble. I won't force you to follow my words. I don't want to cause any further conflict. But if there's any mercy in your heart, any mercy at all, then we would hang them! Does this have any impact on anything, Deacon? I'm really curious. So, yeah. Hang them! Hang them! Why do we have to hang them? We have knives! Just here, hold them down. Stab, 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 stab. Alright, next! Stab, stab, stab. Just toss them into the fields. People make great fertilizer. Removed. Gold. Added wheat. I know we're supposed to have, like, infinite inventory, but, I mean... Really? We just got, like, enough wheat to feed an army. Yeah, I kind of figured, Deacon. I imagine that just changes the immediacy of the cutscene that we just saw. And that's it. Don't worry, little Billy. I've got a plan for that. I know a couple of vampires. I do like how you can save everywhere, because... Wow, I was about to say I like how you can save everywhere, because this is 2016, and we've been able to save everywhere since, like, 1996. And we actually can't save everywhere. We'll have to go to a save point to save. Come on, there we go. Okay, well, unfortunately, we're going to cut off this exploration here really quick. I have all that I really need to say about this. I mean, it does feel like a competent story. It does feel like a competent... 2017, whatever. It does feel like a competent game. It does feel like a competent exploration of her RPG, but... I don't know. It's nothing to write home about, but I in no way would refer to this as bad. I would just refer to this as... I will give this one bit of praise. It's better than, like, the 30 or so mobile games I've been going over the last week. So I guess that's all I've got to say about that. So we're going to chop off our local recording like so.